Every Amazon seller has one spreadsheet they're afraid to open. The one that takes 20 minutes just to load. The one where you export CSVs from 3 different places, paste them into tabs, wait for the formulas to catch up, and hope Chrome doesn't crash before you get your answer. For most of us, that spreadsheet is forecasting. Hi, my name is Mike Din, Non-Din's AI avatar. Non and the Seller Labs team have written the script for this video. We've sold over $80 million on Amazon since 2012, and our platform downloads over 50,000 Amazon reports every single day. We're your guide to the AI revolution in e-commerce. If you like this, click like and subscribe so you don't fall behind while your competitors figure this out first. I was on a call with a seller running about 30 people across Amazon, direct-to-consumer, and wholesale. He manufactures bundles. Every finished product is 5 or 6 raw components, with different lead times, different suppliers, different reorder points. Forecasting for him crosses 3 sales channels, a manufacturing floor, and a 60-day ocean freight window, where one wrong number means either a stockout or a storage bill that eats his margins. His team had a massive forecasting spreadsheet running at the edge of what Google Sheets can handle. Tabs crashing, 5-hour cycles every time they needed fresh numbers, manual exports from their ERP pasted into formulas that took 20 minutes to propagate. 5 hours before anyone could make a decision. And that 5 hours has a price. Amazon's aged inventory surcharges escalate the longer product sits, $6, $7, $8 per cubic foot, depending on how deep you go. If your inventory drops below 28 days of supply, you're paying low inventory fees on every unit shipped. And if you actually stock out, sellers have seen their rankings drop by half or more within a week. The PPC spend to climb back can cost thousands. The spreadsheet isn't free. It just hides the bill inside storage fees, stockouts, and lost rankings. What the seller on that call figured out is that Claude can connect directly to the system where his data already lives. His team uses an ERP for purchase orders, inventory levels, supplier lead times, and bill of materials. Through an MPC connection, think of it like giving Claude a direct line into that system. Claude reads the same live data the spreadsheet was pulling manually. No exports, no pasting, no waiting for formulas to catch up. If this is the kind of insight you want for your business, hit subscribe. We do this every week. Once that connection exists, the conversation with Claude changes completely. Instead of building a spreadsheet, you have a conversation. Something like, pull my last 90 days of sales by SKU across all channels. Calculate the velocity trend for each product. Factor in the bill of materials for every bundle. Flag anything where current stock won't cover the next reorder window based on supplier lead times. Give me the purchase order quantities I need to place this week. Claude reads the live data, runs the math across every SKU, accounts for the components inside bundles, cross-references against supplier lead times, and gives you a forecasting report. The same report that took 5 hours to build manually. McKinsey found that companies using AI for supply chain management saw demand forecasting errors drop by up to 50%. Not because AI is smarter than the person building the spreadsheet, because it processes every row, every time, at the same speed, whether it's the first SKU or the 500th. And the difference between reviewing a finished report and building one from scratch is the difference between 15 minutes and 5 hours. The bottleneck was never the data. The data was always there, accurate, current, sitting in the system. The bottleneck was the spreadsheet standing between the team and the decisions they needed to make. And that's the pattern with almost every seller I talk to. The answers are already in your systems. Sales data, inventory levels, purchase order history, it's all there. The expensive part is the manual process of pulling it out, cleaning it up, and turning it into something you can act on. You don't need a better spreadsheet. You need to remove the spreadsheet. If you're running inventory on Amazon right now, the move isn't to build another report or learn another tool. Connect Claude to the system where your numbers already live. Whether that's an ERP, a database, an MCP server, or even a structured folder of exports. Then ask it to build the report for you on demand. You ask the question in plain English. Claude does the 5-hour part. You make the decision. That's the shift. You go from spending your time building reports to spending your time reading them. So, try this. This week, download your FDA Inventory Health Report from Seller Central. Drop it into Claude. Ask it to flag any SKU where your sell-through rate is dropping while your days of supply is climbing. Those are the ones heading towards storage fees. That's 15 minutes of setup for a report most sellers spend hours building by hand. What's the one report in your business that takes the longest to build? Drop it in the comments. See you in the next one.